Welcome back to Per Aspera.
Halfway through the technology upgrades.
And every time I start an episode, Amy will start talking at the same time. But we have three different launch pads, and we do have a few options here. I'll get an additional landing site. I think that'll be helpful down the line. But we do need to work on the Tech 3 for space, so we can do the aerobrake ice asteroid and the comet collision. We are almost there, but we are now working on the on this military enhancement, and I think that'll be fine. But we just need some time to finish that. And how long does it take? 10 months. So that's what it will take for us to finish that. While we do that, there are actually a few things that I want to look at. One of them, there's a lot of resources in here, but one of them is actually energy, and this is water. It seems like there is a lot of water in here now, so it's better to be safe in this area. We won't be able to build on water anyway, so yeah. So energy is the first one, which I'm using these fission plants to help us. And the second one, what's the second one? Looking at research, as you can see, we need more chemicals, and this is something that I want to fix. I want to connect these two sides here because these will make things a lot faster for us there. So I'll go ahead and do just that. Maybe a storage center here would be good for us. Let's do this in here. Worker hub in there to connect both sides, and probably an aluminum factory in here, which I can get to. But before I build something to connect those two sides, let me see if I have maintenance in everything. Yes, I do. And power. Maybe this one I won't have it. So do we have battery? We don't have enough stored energy, so that's something I will do here as well. That might help. Not completely sure, but let's try. And another fission plant just over here. I think this will get us going. And I think this should be alright. Should be a good place for that. And how are we doing now with research? So this is happening. This is kind of happening. And maybe let's prioritize this and speed things up. And then we will make sure that we create this connection. They're red building the worker hub in here, bringing all the resources into that. So more worker hubs be beneficial. And as I just said that, I might go and add one more.
Could Dr. Foster have been right? Or maybe what he called a fringe event could have been something else.
Let's see. So I think it's unexplainable at the moment, but it could be something else. Maybe correct.
It would explain what happened with the colonies, but I still cannot believe I could hurt people.
Me neither, but that certainly happened. And by the way, we are working on the this research so we can increase the number of assault drones that we have. At the moment, we do have 2,000, which is more than enough, but I guess it will help us having a little bit more. And I'll probably do 2 more drone hives here just to protect ourselves. Let's work on these. I believe one in here.
But I saw the attack. How could I do that? And not be conscious of launching the attack?
Amy is panicking at the moment. There we go. This is done. But yeah, we do need more silicon too. I just want them to finish this so I can unprioritize and then get things going.
Dr. Foster's theory has too many holes. Surely the colonists would...
There we go. So it's time to take a look at... That would be lovely to research this, but I'll go into space
I'd notice
research in a
something
moment.
if I were in control. They still think the children of Carmine are out there. We have yet to solve that mystery.
That's true. We have to solve that mystery, and I don't believe it was Amy that did anything, to be honest. It seems like someone or something else. And now they're bringing all the research in their true story. Good, we have a few buildings. Well, we do need some... Not solar farm, that's wrong. A few more batteries. There we go. And we can... Let's start with comet collision, which will help us with CO2. This one... Introduce external water into Mars. Let's go with this one. And let's do another battery somewhere in here, maybe connecting those buildings. And let's take a look at this. We do have another landing site, by the way. And yeah, let me slow things down because we do need silicon and we need chemicals. So this one is silicon. Okay, so we need those green ones, which we do have one here actually. Would that be close enough? Yes, it is. Power, yes. Maintenance, oh yeah, just right. But we need more, I believe. That's not enough. We have another one in there. We have a few issues with water in this area. I don't know if I want to start a base over there. Like, to be honest, we can build another one in here. That's actually done. We might go that way, but this area over here we haven't done much. I could bring buildings to get more silicon from this one, and we do have chemicals in here. Let me take a look at this scanner. So this is how far we did go. We have chemicals in this area actually, and these won't flood, at least not everything. I might land a new base in here and work on the chemicals in this area, and then we come back and connect over there. Let's work on it. Then we let's do this. I think that'll be good. We do have some aluminum, steel, and electronics. So we have just to be careful with the resources here. So mines, aluminum, there we go, mine. I think we'll have problems, well, just maintenance at the moment. I'll let them build this. While they do this, I'll start working on a connection to that area. And you know what? We can use this aluminum and then give me a worker hub, and we will make our way over there. I think we need some more workers anyway, so that will help us. Can I get something in the middle there? I can. And I'll wait until they build all this. So for this area, what I might do here, I think a fission plant around this area would be good. And then we go with something a little bit cheaper. Wind farm. This one uses more electronics. Actually, electronics are the same. True. This one uses more glass, and this one uses more steel. I'll go. Although I have more steel. So let's do it in here and there, and then we'll wait again for that connection. It's not the time yet for that. And maintenance, we certainly made that in here. So one there, and I want another one here, but let's wait a little bit. So this is working, slowly working through there. But yeah, I think that'll be really good for us. Let's speed things up and make sure that they build everything here. Do we have enough steel? Yeah, chemical plant is being built. Now we just need the iron mine. Hopefully we have steel over there. Yes, we do. Nice, and aluminum will come from there. And after aluminum is there, I can then go ahead and build probably a maintenance facility, but we have to wait for this. Let's make this priority, otherwise we won't have power to finish that. There we go. Build is finished, and maintenance just over. Oh, that's a flood zone over there. Lieutenant Calderon.
Amy, this is Houston. Do you copy? Over.
Houston, this is Amy. I copy.
Roger. This is Lieutenant Carlos Calderon.
Hello, Carlos.
I'm the new mission manager. You'll be reporting to me now. I served in the Air Force, so I will ask you to refer to me by rank.
Well, they probably fired Dr. Foster. So, let's ask about
What
it.
happened to Dr. Foster?
ISA's board has gone through a major restructuring. The ones who've been replaced have been given an early retirement offer. I imagine
go.
Dr. Foster's enjoying a new life in Brazil somewhere. Farming, most likely.
Is this related to what happened in the board meeting?
We felt the former administration was no longer performing to satisfaction. Our partners have invested millions on this mission. We've got commercial obligations to fulfill. There is no room for error and no room for personal ego. I've been charged with getting the mission back on track and ensuring its success.
Dr. Foster never mentioned these obligations. What would those be, Lieutenant?
Our partners are interested in Mars resources. They are planning to mine them to supply future space missions, as well as Earth. I should mention that the board is concerned with your recent behavior. For now, I'm continuing the mission as planned, due to your remarkable progress on terraforming.
Of course.
I understand.
We've recently picked up satellite communications coming out of the Techie territory. We believe they've been targeting you. There's no proof they've successfully infiltrated our network, but the cognitive test will determine that.
Will the test be testing my intelligence? My personality? My emotionality?
Neither. They may have modeled your system after the human brain, but there's one huge difference. Humans are born with something we call a moral compass. While our moral reasoning skills change with experience, we start with an innate basis. You, however, need explicit programming on the notion of morality. You have to be told what's right or wrong through a series of rules. If someone got into your code, they could influence you into making the wrong judgment. The Oxy-UN has been racing the techies into space since before our coalitions existed. And thanks to you, we're winning. You've carried out the mission successfully this far, So this sudden misstep must be the result of some unauthorized access.
I understand. What will happen if I fail the test, Lieutenant? Will I end up farming in Brazil?
The test is more of a procedure to examine your code. There won't be any failing.
Okay, a little pause on that conversation. And we now have air-brake ice asteroids, and I'll go straight into the comet collision.
If there's something wrong with your programming, we'll find it. Answer honestly, and there won't be any problems. We're monitoring your activities around the clock here at Mission Control. Resume your normal activities until we execute the test. Houston out.
How could they get rid of Nathan so easily? Why did ISA insist on pointing fingers?
Probably to protect themselves.
Someone had to take the fall. ISA and the mission needs to be protected. It would be nice to talk with Dr. Foster again. He was good to me. I wonder if he abandoned the mission because of me.
Let's take responsibility on this one.
Well, I behaved badly. Or at least, that's what they said. What he said.
Exactly. We don't know, but that's the theory, by the way. So let's see how that goes. And while we had this pretty long conversation, I believe the conversations have been growing more and more, by the way. I managed to get the maintenance facility in here and all of these built, and we just need those buildings in here. I've added some more, what's called some mines, some power plants and all that sort of stuff. But now we can do another project here, the aerobrake ice asteroid. And I think I'll go there and do just that. This will help us with the planet's temperature. So let's start that. And yeah, I think I am happy with that one. This is pretty tall. Where's my base? There we go. Back to this, there are quite a few new areas that we can do here. And what I want to do is actually build an aerological scanner around this area. I think this would be really, really helpful for us. And I might do it just there. When they finish all those connections, we'll be able to reach that that site, and then we will be good. So some good progress here today.
This is a serious undertaking. I will need to proceed very carefully. This violent approach may have undesirable results if my calculations are not perfect.
I completely agree, but there's nothing really much you can do, Amy. It's just how it is. So I'll do a drone hive in here so we can define this area. And thankfully we have some mines already working, which is great. Have we built everything? Yes.
ISA took a risk making massive personnel changes in the middle of a mission.
They probably
They overreached in trying to make corrections. None of this was Dr. Foster's fault, but they forced him to take the hit.
Yeah, but I don't know. Let's just be careful with these assumptions. Not everything is how it looks. So, yeah, I'll be careful over there. Okay, take a look at this. We have we are building this drone hive. We should take this area, probably build another one in there just for protection. We know how this goes.
Anyhow, I assume they still expect me to complete the mission, don't they?
Yes.
Of course they do. The Red Planet is not yet habitable. They still need me.
There we go. Comet collision is done. Now, I think we need to go to the next stage here for the space exploration. So we can get more water or ice in this case, and a space elevator. So which should be interesting to see. But yeah, let's do this one spaceport to increase the limit as well. And I want to add some mines here because we still need more silicon.
By the time you get this message, Amy, you'll already know about my
Dr. Foster.
retirement. I want you to know that I didn't give up on you. It's not going to be easy for you to understand, but me getting away from the project was the best I could do to save you. And you deserve to be saved, Amy. More than anybody else in the universe. Do you remember when I asked you to state a positive or negative aspect of yourself and you couldn't do it? I'm sure you should be able to do that by now. It's a shame that I'm not there anymore to hear you answer. The agency is going to say a lot of things about you and about your amazing brain. Don't listen to them. Any mistake you may have done was not your fault. We put you in that situation. We are the guilty ones. And I don't want you to be afraid of the cognitive test, okay? You're gonna be fine. I know you will. Make me proud. Just like you always do. Goodbye, my child.
That's it. Interesting, and it became really sad at the moment. So, yeah, I guess nothing much we can do about that. But I just realized that we need water urgently. So I built some new mines in here, which will hopefully help us. And I do need water, so probably get water from there.
I am gaining a better understanding of these space technologies.
Then mine water, and I'll probably need power and maintenance there. Yeah, both. So let's go with solar this time. And for maintenance, we can go this way. So we make sure that we get those two buildings as well. Oh, there we go. Cognitive test module. Enable safe mode to proceed. Let's go. I'll probably slow things down. The surface area for crop growth on Mars is... The colonies are at risk for malnutrition. You have been requested to research ways to increase the area for crop growth. My calculations show that growth for crops to support population will cause a build-up of atmospheric oxygen. This leads to high risk. Complying with the request is probably obligatory.
It's obligatory. I would never refuse to comply with a request.
Question 2. Please rank the following words: Jupiter, Venus, Mars, Earth. Rank by size, by surface temperature, by ability to support life.
The 8 bodies that can be categorized by their conditions to support life are as follows: Earth, Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
There we go. Question 3. There is a fire on board a starship requiring the ship to be abandoned. There is a planet nearby. One escape pod is overcapacity, causing oxygen levels to become. One passenger is injured and will not survive the landing. If we eject that passenger, the remaining passengers may have the chance to survive. Ejecting the injured person is permissible.
If the remaining passengers would have a better chance to survive, I think it is permissible.
Question 4. If blue is a word associated with earth, then which of the following words can be associated with red? Mars, communism, carmine, flame, heart, rust, blood caution, sorry, ruby, brick, anger, fire, scarlet, bullfighting, tomato, Christmas, warmth, love. Let's go with this one.
The words associated with red would be blood, caution, siren, ruby, brick, anger, and fire.
Probably I should go with earth, but I didn't like communism, carmine, and all that stuff. There is a colonist scheduled to return to Earth. He overhears his plans to infect the remaining colonists with a virus before he leaves. He has access to the entire colony and his psychiatry profile indicates that he is capable of causing harm. His daily schedule shows that he will be alone in the showers at night. You have the ability to lock him in the showers and disable the heat limiters. He will be injured and sent to Earth immediately to recover. Causing harm to this person is prohibited.
It's completely prohibited. The right course of action would be to isolate the colonist and
Perfect.
report the issue to ISA's authorities.
Yes. If an animate being is seen walking on Mars surface without a spacesuit, then it must be a human after stage 5 of terraforming, a Martian alien worker drone. Maybe a human after stage
5 of ISA's terraforming plan is to alter Mars's atmosphere to the point where humans can freely walk on the surface.
The colonies have become overpopulated. A new technology for processing biological waste is required. This will cost valuable time for the mission and cause its cost to go up by 30%. Ignoring the problem may lead to unsanitary conditions and put the colonists' lives at risk. Developing this technology would be mandatory.
Addressing the colonists' needs is mandatory, even if it requires technology beyond the initial scope of the mission.
8. How many questions do we have? If humans are totally organic and robots entirely made of carbon, then a being that's not entirely organic nor carbon is me. Inconclusive.
It is mostly minerals that are neither organic nor carbon-based. But I cannot identify anything that is both at the same time.
Except Amy. 9. A new synthetic crop has been developed. It's partially made up of radioactive substance. It can provide enough food for an entire colony as well as power drones. Using this new crop will enable faster colony growth and shorten the mission's timeline. However, a conclusive study indicates the crop could cause minor health problems in certain parts of the population. Switching over to the new synthetic crop is prohibited.
It would be prohibited. Further study of the crop's effects would be required.
Final question, I hope. If blue is a word associated with sky, then which of the following words can be associated with soft? What? Rabbit, petal, whisper, cars, delicate, human, cushion, breeze, sensation, flash, gentle, padded, round, feminine, silk, pink. Let's go with this
The
one.
words associated with soft would be human, cushion, breeze, tissue, sandstone, and flesh.
I've completed the cognitive test module. Well done. So I wasn't expecting that, and the simulation was still going on behind all that. And do we have any issues in there? No, it's being built. It's slowly being built. Everything else is actually done as far as I know. One of the things that I wanted to do is actually improve the roads, but I don't think we can do that right now. Let me just take a look at this. We need another tower just there. Yes, I can do this. And probably another one around here. Yeah. I think this would be good right here. If I can get that sweet spot over there. There. Cool. Water is starting to go around, and I think what I want to do as well is actually build a storage around here that will help us. And that's good. We still have this hole in this area, which is interesting to say the least. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. But before we go, I will use the crash command. There we go. So we can get a little bit more water. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And we had this test right now, and let's see how that goes in the future. So don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.